Hello, sorry I haven't been posting anything in months. Welcome back to my channel, YouTube Just W. And the following, what you're about to see is a compilation put together as a special for Halloween. Some of the videos from last year, plus the episodes. The Pomona series plus two new ones. I'm making it so instead of a full series into I want to do a special every year. And the episodes are become segments I enjoy. This is YouTube Just WM Pomona Seed World series. So this is going to be a new series. I'll do 7 episodes a season every year around Halloween. On Seed World, this is the year dominated by cats. So crazy is. Oh, wait a minute. Here we have let's start with the pig cat. The pig cat is it fills the niche of it fills the niche of pigs in this tropical savanna or grasslands it is. And alongside a group of equinexes which occupy the same niche as zebras. They're both about the size of their Earth counterparts. Buffalo are over here. They're grazing. They occupy the same niche as buffalo. And then these animals are hunted by predators. Sorry, just ignore that. Out on the grasslands, wait, there's a feline, a cat-like animal the size of a male modern lion that stalks the equinexes. It's called Unicolus, Unilecus. And then also Unilecus is a Unilecus is a Unilecus is it's the same size as a male lion, but weighs 25% heavier, 25 to 45% heavier, and it attacks. The animal immediately split open and disemboweled and eaten. Then comes scavengers. And there's, oh, never mind. There's scavengers. I'm not showing them anyway. Scavengers include this red spotted necked vulture. I'll eat later. And there's a mongoose cat, which is the size of a mongoose, but in the shape of a raccoon. It's as heavy as a raccoon. It hunts mice out on the open field. It digs and buries. Its niche is kind of like a mix of a raccoon and a mongoose and a badger. These orange pecanos, they live in the grasslands. Sky's the holla. Sky's the holla here. Herium jumps to the. And it was specialized in hunting infant and juvenile large animals. They're infants and juvenile. Even the predator ones like the Uninex lecas. I don't know what I pronounce these. Forget. But now everything's about to change. Hold it. 1 second. The creatures are eastern Pomona grasslands. Now this is on eastern Pomona grasslands. Everything is. All these animals are happily today. Together, there's some in the tree. Then the next second, a savanna fire breaks out. All these animals you see here, except for the vultures and hollow herium. Hollow herium, they can fly away. They are burnt alive. The aftermath of the fire. After the fire's burnt out, only the orange papaya and the mongoose cat survive. This is YouTube Joseph WM. Pomona Halloween series. I know Halloween's over, but we won't finish this series anyway. Sorry for the wait. Anyway, this is in the rainforest. In the forest, here's a cat quine, which is despite the name, it's not similar to a horse. It's a cat descendant that's convergently evolved with the okapi on Earth. This is why we're 30 million years post-establishment in the Paleozoic era, in the time known as the Musin. The Musin, so this animal eats from the treetops like okapi on Earth, as I said, and it's slightly short. Its neck is slightly shorter. It stands like 8 feet tall. It's like 12 feet long. Its neck is like long. It's 4.5, 3 to 5 feet long, and it weighs about 300 to 550 pounds. Next up, we have the forest. It's being stalked by. It's being stalked by a predator. Sorry, I mean they hunt them. They hunt the cat. Sorry if I didn't say this already. I didn't realize this pause. Sorry if I said this already. The cat goes about the same size and weight as an Earth. It's a gray wolf or dingo from Earth, but it's a cat descendant. It's convergently evolved to have more canine appearance. And they also. And up here we have an animal that hold on a minute, called an Oleopus, which is the same size as an Asian elephant but weighs twice as much. And they browse, they eat fruit and leaves and twigs. Well, their predator is Pomeranian saber-tooth, an animal that it's a cat is convergently evolved with the saber-toothed cats of Earth, while the Oleopus is convergently evolved with elephants and other proboscideans. Oleopus is about 5 feet long and 5 feet high. Weighs as much as a saber-toothed cat. Not sure how much. I think like 750 pounds, maybe up to 1,100 pounds. Hold on. Let's just say the Oleopus weighs about 7.5 to 9.5 tons. So it's bigger than weighs more than even an African elephant. No, it's the size of a Asian elephant. I mean the African savanna elephant. It's wrestled to the ground by this saber-toothed animal. It attacks and is ripped open. I'm not gonna show here, it's too graphic. Oleopus, like the earth elephants, they carve. They're ecosystem engineers. They carve pathways through the forest, just like earth elephants do. Sorry. High up in the trees, there's cat keys, hollow cat keys, which are the same, which are descendants of cats that occupy the niche of monkeys. They're like same size and weight as a gold bust monkey. They eat fruit, leaves, and insects. Their predator is a forest holotherium, which attacks them. And eats it. Holotherium. Which shoots. And then eats them. They get eaten. And then there's later at night, while many of the animals are asleep, there's a yobali, which it's a nocturnal animal that occupies similar niche to a squirrel. It eats things, nuts and acorns, stuff like that. It eats nuts and acorns. When I say fruit, I mean pumpkins. This animal eats various seeds, nuts, and acorns. It climbs the trees. It's preyed upon by the holova, which is a descendant of owls. They're nocturnal. These animals are adapted for a nocturnal lifestyle. And it grabs it and eats it. Now comes the climax. Some species of hollow cat keys are nocturnal. Now all of a sudden, earthquake, or more like Pomona quake. The owls fly away. These guys, the hover balls, all the other two animals get scared. They don't know what to do. Earthquakes powerful enough, trees fall down. Lots of them get crushed to death. A lot of animals get crushed to death even on small animals like the hollow key and the hollow khaki and the yobi are find shelter in the ground, but the large ones are doomed. Not doomed. Trees collapse. Volcanic toxic gases bubble up from lakes. Boom, 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 all the way until the next sunrise reveals. Sunrise reveals a forest filled with corpses. The grassland, hollow aerifer. In addition to being a predator, it's also a scavenger, eating both living and dead plant animal material. Trees have fallen everywhere. And then there's still the smaller animals have survived. But the forest is littered with corpses and fallen trees. Not all the trees fell, but a lot of them did. A lot of them branches and the ground. Some places are cracked and crumbled. Right, that's the end. Sorry that got a little depressing. I just wanted some drama. This is a YouTube Joseph WM Halloween special. Palmia Seed World special. The Western Grasslands. Okay, let's begin. This smaller white animal over here is about, you see, it's called a cat stag. It fills the niche. There are different species that fill the niche of moose, and not moose, small antelope, medium antelope, and elk. Oh, small antelope, medium antelope. Here is an animal that fills the niche of large antelope and elk. On these, something similar to elk, similar niche to elk. And then there's, here are the predators, beloved, the cat, try to just ignore that one, we're not using it. Here's a cylinder cat, which occupies the same niche as a leopard. Then there's the attacks prey up to the size of the cat elk, which is this creature, the one that fills the same similar niche to an elk, and some species do. Others fill the niche of large antelope. We'll save that for the end. Here it is, a feline rhinoceros, which occupies the same niche as a rhinoceros. It's a mega herbivore. It's present up here is a grazer. It's hold on a minute, sorry, just know that. If you hear anything, just ignore that noise. If you hear anything, just ignore that noise. You plus it's a full Savannah Ulu plus. It occupies a similar same niche to an African bush or elephant or African savanna elephant on Earth, which are the same species. All these animals are the same size as their Earth counterparts that occupy similar same niches. Up in the trees, there's a fruit-eating, we'll call it a herbiton. Herbitonus. It eats fruit, and then there's it's mainly it's a frugivore. And then as the sun sets, one final battle. The cylinder cat is chasing after the forget what this is called. Cat stag. And here goes the fight. It's that rah rah. And it falls down to the ground. Gets eaten. Gets eaten basically. Why? Thank you for watching. This is YouTube Joseph WM Pomona Seed Seed World episode 1. Season 1 episode 4. Grass. No, I mean not grassland. Desert. With the Pomona desert. The middle. Few animals survive in the harsh environment. There's this type of antelope that evolved to fill the same niche as the simple-horned oryx. I think that's what it's called. It's called a volus. Here's an evanolo, which occupies the same niche as a camel. They're predators on the. We'll get to that later. There are these raccoon-like animals called holocoons. That's the wrong one. That's not them. Never mind. Just ignore that. And no, that's the predator. Just ignore. So here are them. The holocoons, which are which are descendants of which are the holocoons are the same size as a raccoon. Eat similar things like fruit. I'm not sure. So just to know that they eat they eat fruit and insects. Some of their prey includes the desert fly, the Pomona desert moth, just conversion. It's a descendant of the Halloween moth. And the Pomona fly, which is a descendant of the peanut dragonfly on Earth, but this one's become herbivorous. They also prey on spiders, which prey on these two insects. There are different species of spiders. Some of them could get to dinner plate sizes on this world. But all these animals, including except for the holocoon, are prey for the bonton, which is a snake that preys on them. Then the bonbons, they can range. There's different species ranging from 3 to 10 feet long, like 1 meter to about 3 meters. And then they compete. They could even strangle the Harlequin to death and eat them as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Even though, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right again, I'm back on the shoreline. It's being stalked by a predator. The Belovino will attack from, it's like a leopard. It fills a similar same niche to a leopard or a cougar on Earth. Attacks for rat. Whoa, 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 whoa. The attacks and rips it tears it to the ground. And then also attacks. Knocks it to the ground. Just as that's happening, a sandstorm is approaching. Sorry, just ignore that noise. Now they're completely buried. They're getting dust and sand blown in their face. Now it buries them. In any animal, it lasts overnight. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. Any animal that can't find shelter by burrowing in the sand dies from dust. From inhaling dust and soil, you're suffocating on it, or getting blown into the dust. Not dust and soil, dust and sand, or getting blown into their face, blown into them, or exposure. Or the winds. So now in the aftermath, both the predator and prey are dead. And they're scavenged on by the bonbon snake. Thank you for watching. Count the different animals. Before I get started, YouTube, don't give me a copyright strike for using the noise in this video or any of the previous videos. Any of my videos, I'll take you to court and sue you if you do. There's more important things than copyright. So here in the mountains, here in the mountains, there are these animals called pycanas, a different species than the ones we saw in the grasslands or deserts or wherever we last saw them. They're sorry, I got distracted. They have thick fur. This species lives like a marmot. It's the marmot pycaca, or Pycaca marmi. And then at higher elevations you'll see. Well, not there yet. Also, you'll see goats and sheep right here. Not goats and sheep. Now animals analogous to goats. These are all descendants of cats. And then there's this one's called a night veloe, a niche veloe. This one's called a soliloquist. Occupy the niches of goats and sheep respectively. Higher up on the mountain, here's the cantaloupe, which occupies the niche of a mountain goat, just by its name. Here's the actually, made a mistake. This is the This is the solopus from earlier. And the animal I said was the solopus is really the mountain sheep-like animal called beluga that grazes up near mountaintops. And then on the view, there's Holoaeripheriums fly. They filter feed bacteria in the sky and swoop. The mountain ones. Then there's predators like the white raptor beak. And so just doing they eat the catchin, which is like the parrotchin. The parrotchin, which is a descendant of parrots. The white raptor beak is a descendant of owls. It's become diurnal. And then also hold on, they prey on the pakaya, or however you pronounce it too. Boom, 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 boom. Alpine zone. So far we've seen the montane zone, the subalpine, the top. This is still subalpine, the very border, near the subalpine, alpine. Now the alpine zone, which it's cold. It's very cold. There's no animals here. It's just microscopic extremophiles. And then and then also sorry, I got distracted. So then now here comes the climax. A blizzard. It's about to happen. Causing in down over here. The animals that could fly away do fly away just in time. Massive avalanche blows down, so it's killing many of the animals, all the animals we've seen so far, except for this pakaya and the ones that could fly away. Get all rolling down the mountain. Alright, so now in the river there is hold on. So in the forest here there's just ignore the noise in the background. Just ignore the noise in the background. In the forest here, there's these creatures, descendants of cat. This top one fills the same niche. The bottom one, the red one, fills this niche. It's known as a Hevovos, and the Riva Plus is this one right here, which fills the same niche as a river dolphin. The Hevopos is the size of a manatee in weight. River dolphin is about the same size as the actual one. They have distinct colors there's distinct the Hevovos is red and black. well, the, no, the Hevavos is red and black, while the Revavos is purple and red, as you could see. And there's wetlands, surrounded freshwater wetlands. Here there's, in here there is, they swim underwater. In the shallows here is where the, a shrimp species lives, Pomona shrimp. They, oh, I forgot to mention the Revavos. There's different species of the previous to the Revavos and the Halivas that inhabit different rivers, different river systems and lakes. Each species in different. There's, and there's ones that are endemic to each body of water in there. Same thing with the Revavos. I mean the Revavos. There's a genus that lives in each, species that lives in each river, which is in its own genus. These are just two in particular. While in the sea, not in the sea, I mean the deep water, or the shallow water on the bottom. And the Pomona, this one is probably diversified to fill all the niches of shrimp and krill prawn, although I think those are in saltwater. Some relatives are even evolving. Sorry, just anyway, some species in fresh or saltwater do virtually evolve with crabs, all sorts of crustaceans and lobsters and crayfish as well. Crayfish and they're evolved to fill niches of water. Everything copepods to water fleas to triops, brine shrimp out in salt water, and fresh some eat salt, fresh and brackish water. And then here at the bottom, here's the Pomona snail. They fill all the aquatic, freshwater aquatic snail niches. Algae, some are, they're mainly detritivores and general algivores and generalist scavenge. They're generalist and general scavengers and omnivore scavengers, scavenger omnivores. There are different species that occupy those niches, and some even eat waste, animal and plant waste from other things. Some are big, some are the size of the golden Inca or mystery snails you see at Petco or PetSmart, while others are as tiny as bladder or Malaysian trumpet snails, and some of them can breathe air, come out more, like the golden Inca snail. Anyway, also, meanwhile over here, this is a catfish that it's a small algivore and alga bacterivore. And some species are it's an bacterial and try this war and waste. I mean, just waste and dead. So waste and eaters, scavenger. Some of them are waste eaters and scavengers. Scavengers eat. I'm pretty sure not just dead stuff, but waste stuff. Some of them. And then also mainly it's out. So some species, of each, and some species eat photosynthetic microbes like cyanobacteria. Others eat they eat small and then also and then I mean they fill the niches of things like corridors and autosynclus catfish on Earth, and and other and others fish like that. And here's the bristle. Is the bristlenose fish that eats large macroscopic algae and aquatic plants. Keep finding this all in freshwater. Hold it. And it's about the size of a bristlenose cat. Or pleco occupies same niches as them, or plecos, or things like that. About ranges to 1 to 3 feet long. And then also the previous one. Hold on, it's known as a brisio. Well, the previous one I showed, it was a Dorosaurus. It's spelled the door is DOR. Sorry, just ignore noise in background. Some of these could briefly come out of the water. They evolved from the fish. All the fish in the swirl bracket fresh evolved from a certain type of flatfish. I mean, forget which one. And the stuff, the snails and other mollusk-like creatures all evolved. Snails evolved from and all those mollusks evolved from mollusk-like derived creatures evolved from I guess evolved from the vampire squid. Well, shrimp evolved from ghost shrimp. The vampire squid saltwater shrimp evolved from ghost shrimp. And then also there's one more creature, the most vicious predator that lives here. This one like the Evivores, which is actually the manatee-like cat-derived creature. What's called the Rivopus, and that's the river dolphin, like cat-derived creature. Those breathe air. And also sorry, I'm just looking. I forgot. There's one other creature we forgot to mention that is before I'll show this creature and then show the last one. Those two. This one is a Sorry, just a new noise in the background. This is the Yale IO plus. This creature is a. Well, these are scientific and common name. Well, there's multiple species of all the ones I showed so far. I just shown you one in particular. This one lives like a crocodile and filled the niche of semi-aquatic ambush predators, large semi-aquatic ambush predators, and and then also and then also and then also a and then also sorry, I was distracted. And then this one lives like a it's a cat descent that hunts like a crocodile or alligator. It's a generalist. It's a generalist large it's a generalist large aquatic ambush apex predator generalist large aquatic ambush generalist large semi-aquatic ambush apex predator. And then also it lives like here, come on the land and reproduce it, gives birth on land, much like a pinniped, which includes on Earth, which includes seals, sea lions, fur seals, and walruses. Seals, sea lions, fur seals, walruses, and their seals, sea lions, fur seals, and walruses, and their extinct relatives. But it lives more like a croc. It will dive under. Dive underwater. Prey on these. This one's much bigger. Prey on them. It will hunt them. It will kill the river dolphins, which they have evolved the same level of intelligence as the river dolphin-like creature. They have evolved the same level of intelligence as a river dolphin. They're the Yale Eopus. Yale Eopus is hunting the river pus. The yellow and eats it. And then I know it drags prey on underwater. Where here comes the final animal. We'll see in the same. I'm not gonna pronounce its scientific name. We'll just call it the Green Lantern shark. Scientific name is Ivitaris. And others Ivitaris and they're fighting over the carcass, and eventually Ivitaris or Green Lantern shark steals it. This is just one species of Ivitaris. There's no, it's only one species that lives in the river. They're, but they're the only other apex predator besides the cat, like the croc-like cat creature, which besides the Yale-iopus. They're the only, besides the Yale-iopus, they're the only cat-like apex. They're the only other apex predators besides that croc-like Yale-iopus. They eat it. So before we move on, there I have to acknowledge that there was tetra-like fish and a cichlid-like fish, predator, and which are omnivores and carnivores respectively. Pretty sure, I'm not sure. Cichlids are most I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Cichlids are not all carnivores. And there's rainbow-like fish, the niche partition with a tetra-like fish. And there's a hatchet fish and hex petzels fish, which each partition they eat different types of insects. And they also an insect larvae. And then there's in the freshwater and freshwaters wetlands, in addition to creatures descend, I have a given name in the kind of place. We'll call them Crurphibians. They're the descendants of land crabs that evolved to fill the niches of frogs, toads, newt, salamanders, and toads on Earth. They more elongated bodies as long as a weasel, still the 10 limbs. And they're they're the small predators, but they're also prey. Anyway, and I didn't talk about brackish water swamps or saltwater swamps or brackish bodies of water much. Let me know in the comment if next year I should. I'm not going to make the bonus program. I'll leave that to your imagination. Though I will hint that there is scrat-like fish in them, and bears-like fish in all free salt, fresh and brackish water, and that there's saltwater marsh. There's certain types of basically every fish on Earth you can think of. There's an descendant in this planet, classified by the different types of salinity they inhabit on this world. These are saltwater ones I'm going to show. The saltwater ones, sorry if I'm talking too slow. Anyway, they're classified by the different types of saltwater, brackish, freshwater, and gray water. Oh, no, gray water is both. There's both salt and fresh, and then there's brackish waters in between on Earth and on this world. Keep in mind that this is 30 million years post-establishment, and then also everything we've seen so far, including this scene, is 30 million years post-establishment. And there's not just equivalents to, even though they're all descended from flatfish, some of them still fill their ancestral niche. Some of them still fill their ancestral niche. They're also equivalents to not just them or bellyfish in general, but cartilaginous and jawless fish. The lampreys and hangfish. And then also in the ocean, sunlight. And there's these plankton feeder, like plankton feeders, and these ones filled their different species. Just one particular filled in each partition eat different planktonic animals, and some even planktonic phytoplankton. These ones are just one of many species in its family that fills the same niches of dolphins and porpoises. There's one species of these even are bottom feeders like humpback whales. Forget what we'll call these together, the cetaceopods. This one we'll call the catfin or catfin. It's one species of bottlenose catfish, Catfinus truncatus, Catfinus. I mean, it's one of the genus. This one is a Halloween cetus. The species in particular, that's a filter feeder that eats krill. Like, and that fish, that giant whale, I fit the Halloween cetus. It says here, there's Hanvalina. And then here's some giant fish. Salipa eopus. No, this is not a giant fish. This one lives on the bottom. These reefs, coral reefs made up of green algae, alongside them. Alongside the shrimp, I can't pull it up again. And this snail, the Halloween reef snail, and then wait a minute, that fish I just showed you, the Halloween Cebolopus occupies the same niche as things like clownfish, damselfish, tangs, unicorn fish, etc. Occupies all sorts of niches of small, peaceful fish. So it has relatives that prey on their different genuses, different species. This is one Omvenium that lives like a combination of a blue tang and a clownfish. And this there's ones that still are ambush prey like frogfish or flatfish that are predatory ones, or benthic one, and then there's ones in the like pufferfish still are predatory ones. And this creature is a Semapus. I meant Samapus. Occupies the niches of salmon, trout, pollock, cod, and there's relatives as well as tuna and its relatives and swordtails and marlins, large fish like that, and dolphin fish like that. They're both preyed upon by sharks. Oh, this one's preyed upon by sharks. Sharks are they're benthic sharks, but the ones I'm showing you, they're different species that are all free swimming. They're either large carnivores, mesopredators, apex predators, or super megalodon-sized shark. There is a filter feeding sharks, like the whale shark on Earth, and these ones live in shallow and coastal waters, including coral reefs and coastal slopes, and also the open ocean and deep ocean. Fill all those niches of large predator, medium, meso predators, the large predators, apex predators, super shark niche. And then they prey on these fish and the dolphin and the catfin as well. And then they will even hunt each smaller of those whale-like cats. What they? Oh, never mind. There's a Edo-Edo on which is occupies a niche. It's the same. This members occupy the same niche as pelicans, cormorants, auks. As a result, since they're shoreless general, they're shoreline generalists like gulls and terns on Earth. And then they even eat the large small fish on the surface or deep in the water, shallow deep water. So their niches overlap with not just pelicans and cormorants, but geebs and loons on Earth, and then also and small fish eating birds that eat from the surface. Some of them even fill the same niches as tube-nosed birds eating larger fish. These are a descendant this is a descendant of your cats or crows. I have to say it's a descendant of crows. Alright, thank you for watching. No, I would say cats. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment. Subscribe. This is the end of the special. If you enjoyed. One thing I forgot to show is at the end of this period, even though the contest still there's one, right, just at this time, a mass extinction occurred due to an asteroid hitting, traveling at 50,000 miles per hour and is 10 miles wide, exploding with a force of 15 to 20 Hiroshima's. Trigger a massive fireball that incinerates anything up to 700 to 800 miles away. Shockwave angle. Fall straight, which means the shockwaves go. And the shockwaves and blasts go in every direction. Triggers and throws debris up in this place in plume, which rains down, starts fires. In magnitude 13 earthquake, and there's tsunamis caused by the earthquake and the impact outright. And then also in volcanic eruptions and super sandstorms. Volcanic activity, super sandstorms. And land and mudslides, as well as avalanches, and rock slides, all caused by and floods caused by this. So the tsunamis, floods, volcanic activity, landslides, mudslides, rock slides, avalanches are caused by the impact directly, and the earthquake and subsequent global earthquake causes and there's many secondary quakes, aftershocks that go on for months, and eventually the fires burn out. Susceptible when fires burn out and block out sunlight and cools the planet. And brings on an ice age that lasts for many 50 years. And after that, there's severe global warming. And also well, not global warming, just ends that. Alright,